Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be making fried chicken. More specifically, I'm going to be making Korean market style fried chicken. I've seen these videos. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that one of my greatest pleasures is binge watching street food videos late at night. And I started watching these market fried chicken videos. I don't know why I do it to myself, because it's a bit torturous, because I always end up hungry. But the videos I watch show cooking a whole fried chicken in Korean market stalls, and they look absolutely delicious. A couple of them that I saw are slathered in garlic. To the version I'm going to be making today is just going to be plain fried chicken, and it looks phenomenal. So I watched several videos on YouTube. I'll put links down below to all of my inspirations, including a channel I just recently discovered on YouTube called Chef Pak's Cuisine. Absolutely incredible recipes where he reveals all of the secrets. Apparently he has a huge following in Korea. He's a famous chef. I of course did not know that. Big thanks to all of my lovelies who informed me. Of course, I checked out Monji's recipe as well. She is the queen of Korean cookery. And in Korean, this recipe is called Sijang Tongdak, and it just means market chicken. And it is a whole chicken that is dipped in batter and deep fried. A whole entire chicken, but the chicken is spatchcocked or flattened out. But I noticed in the several videos that I watched, the spatchcocking, or the technique of butterflying or flattening out the chicken, is a little bit different. So I'm going to try that. Chef Pak also made some great points in terms of the size of the chicken. He said, generally speaking, chickens in Korea tend to be smaller, and he recommends a number 7 size chicken, which means about 700 grams, which works out to be 1.5 pounds, which is about half the size of chickens you can find here in the States. Our chickens tend to be enormous. So I am going to opt to use a Cornish game hen. This weighs 1.5 pounds. It looks like a chicken, it tastes like a chicken, but it is just much smaller. Another reason for using a Cornish game hen is because that its smaller size will allow me to cook it whole in my pot here. I've got a Dutch oven heating up some oil. I've got probably 3 inches of oil here, and I'm heating it up to 338 degrees Fahrenheit or 107 degrees Celsius. So let's prepare our bird. We're going to get some kitchen shears, and we are going to flatten this out. So whenever I'm working with poultry, I like to use parchment paper or wax paper. It makes cleanup a lot easier, and I can avoid a lot of cross-contamination. Typically, when you spatchcock or flatten out a chicken, you remove the backbone, which is located right here. You just cut along the backbone, and then you save that backbone to make stock. But what I noticed in the street food videos I watched, the chicken is actually cut along the breastbone, which I thought was interesting. I've never done that before. So with some strong shears, we're just going to cut right down here. Oh, it's actually very easy to cut. Cut from this side and from this side. So that actually reserves the backbone. Thoroughly dry the interior. This will allow the batter to stick better. And then we're just going to flatten it. We're going to dislocate the hips, make sure that they're broken. The reason why we're doing this is we want this to cook evenly. This is going to be quite thick. I also noticed in some videos they cut a little bit into the meat under the wing, into the breast meat, and in the thighs as well. Okay, so we want to make sure these are dislocated and flat. All right, so now that we have that prepared, place this in the sink. Wash my hands. Now we're going to season this. And Chef Pak introduced me to this, and this is called seasoning salt. Never heard of this before. And this is a combination of MSG and salt. And he said this will give you the true restaurant market flavor. So I'm going to use some of that and sprinkle that all over the skin and the interior as well, along with some just regular salt as well. So now I'm taking some white pepper and giving it a good sprinkle on the inside and out. Rub that into the bird and set this aside. Now, in a large bowl, we're going to mix up the batter. So I was really surprised in Chef Pak's video that he recommended using a store-bought frying mix. and all you do is add water. This is the brand I'm using, Otogi frying mix. This is already seasoned. It has black pepper, it has rice powder, garlic in it, and so it's going to be tasty and taste more authentic. Manchi has a recipe where you can make it from scratch. She uses a combination of toasted soy flour, and I believe she uses rice flour. At any rate, I'll put a link down below to her video. So this is really easy. You just mix it according to package directions. This is 500 grams of the flour mixture, which is half the bag. And now we're going to add cold water, which works out to be about 3 cups. And we're just going to mix this until there are no lumps. Ooh, I can smell the garlic powder. It smells great. Just the street food alone makes me want to go to Korea so badly. Okay, so that was 500. In all the videos I watched, one of the techniques I learned was that the chicken is fried twice, and that assures that the chicken A is cooked and B, that it is crispy. So that's why we're frying at 338 degrees, a little bit cooler than typical deep frying. Alrighty, so my oil is coming up to temperature. Now we are ready to batter our chicken. So we've got our chicken here, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of extra powder onto it. That will help with the adhesion or the sticking of the batter onto the bird. Next, we're going to take I'm just going to call this a chicken. It's not a chicken, but now we're going to place the chicken into the batter. So dip that in there and just really coat it. See that? I'm just going to let that sit in there while I get my oil to temperature. So I recently been using this probe thermometer for deep frying, and I really like it because I feel like it will let me know exactly what the temperature is, and it will beep when it reaches 338, which it's about to. Oh, there we are. Okay, I'm going to turn this down. Now we're going to take our chicken, stop, and plop it in. Wow. Make sure not to overfill your frying vessel, because as you can see, displacement is real. So once you put the chicken in there, it immediately, the oil temperature drops. We're at 307. We want to maintain it at 338 or thereabouts. So we're going to fry this twice. So we're going to cook this for 12 minutes, and then we're going to take it out and then bring the temperature back up to 338 degrees and then fry it again for another 12 minutes or so. This is much smaller than a typical larger chicken, so it might take less time. Oh, this is going to be so good. Chef Pak also recommends removing these crispy bits as the chicken fries, because these can leave a bad taste to your oil, kind of a burnt taste. Okay, so I will see you once we're closer to 12 minutes, and then we will fry this again, and then we will taste this. I cannot wait. Okay. Alrighty, my lovelies, my timer is almost up. This is frying very vigorously, and I've turned it over a couple of times. So let's get our probe back in there. And as you can see, it's lighter in color because it's not fully cooked. We're kind of poaching it. We're just cooking this. Okay, 12 minutes is up. Now we're going to take the chicken out carefully. Onto a rack to drain. And now we're going to heat this oil back up to 138 degrees and fry it again to get it nice and golden. So I'm going to use my probe thermometer and check the temperature of my chicken. Cooked chicken should be at 165 degrees. So let's check the thickest part, which is the thigh. And we are at 187, so we are mostly cooked. Looks like it's a little pink still right in there. 170. So we're going to cook this for, let's say, another 5 minutes to get it nice and golden and to get it fully cooked. Thank you. Now we're going to carefully put the chicken back into the hot oil. Gently. Okay. A lot of water in there. Step back. So, 5 minutes. Okay. Let's pull this out. 5 minutes is up. Gently, ever so carefully. All right. To 100. We are well cooked. Okay, now I'm going to turn off my oil. So I'm going to let my chicken cool off just a little bit, and I'm going to go and grab my pickles. I forgot my little daikon radish pickles, so I'll be right back. My neighbor's doing construction, so if you hear some hammering, that's what that is. Alrighty, my lovelies, look at this beautiful fried chicken. Oh my gosh, I almost lost it. It looks so delicious, perfectly golden. It smells wonderful. Yeah, I cannot wait to tuck into this. So to accompany this, I'm going to have this. And these are pickled daikon cubes. And this will give a little crunch along with the chicken. I mean, this is going to be crunchy in itself, but a different type of crunch. I'm going to spoon some of that out. Oh, look at that. And put it on my dish here. Look how cute. So there's that. And I'm gonna have that with my chicken. Alrighty, so finally the moment, okay. So finally the moment of truth. We're gonna actually taste this chicken. Here we go. Oh my gosh, before we do this, listen to how crunchy this is. Frying mix, yes, I will be purchasing more frying mix. So I think this frying mix uses rice flour as opposed to all-purpose flour, which is made with wheat. Okay, I'm gonna grab a drumstick. Alrighty, here we go. Enough of this. Look, so crispy, so good, steaming hot. Alrighty, let's just taste the crispy batter. Look, itadakimasu. Mmm. Delicious, crisp yet light, flavorful, a little touch of garlic, but nice and nutty and toasty. Alrighty, let's try it with the chicken. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Mmm. Boy, is that good. I didn't even marinate the chicken at all, and it's super tasty. Perfect level of seasoning. The batter is seasoned but very lightly. We added some salt and some of that seasoning salt on the chicken itself. Delicious. I almost forgot my pickles. Mmm. What an outstanding combination. These little radishes, the daikon radish pickles, have a little bit of sweetness to them, but what's really fun is that complementary crunch. It's a different type of crunch. It's a succulent crunch as opposed to kind of this shattering, hot, nutty, thin crunch. Mmm. So good. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Hee-haw, hee-haw!